Hey everyone, so I'm in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and I just dropped my daughter and her boyfriend off at downtown Coeur d'Alene, and I am now going to go thrifting, so keep watching. Okay, so my first stop is called the Gathered for Good thrift store, and I really liked this store. There were several shelves of different hard goods. Oh, there was just a Corningware dish right there, but that's a pretty popular pattern, so I didn't end up picking it up. Those are some pretty cute dishes right there. The next stop was called City Thrift, and this is one of my favorites. Right when I walked in, bam, right there was this great monkey pod, and those are worth over $100. They also had shelves and shelves of mugs, which I love to pick up some special mugs every once in a while. That Santa mug was super cute and vintage, but I did notice that there was a chip right at the top. Darn. Now that dad mug I did end up picking up. Both dad and mom mugs end up being pretty popular, especially for Mother's and Father's Day. Now I love these mugs and saucers. They're International Tablework Marmalade stoneware, and I actually have a pair of those in my shop, and they haven't sold yet, so I didn't want to quite pick up anything more yet. I like this clown music box, but I already have a couple in my shop, so I needed to put him back. And up at this top row here, I just thought this little pottery girl was adorable. She's a bank, but I think she ended up being fairly expensive. So I went ahead and needed to put her back. Now this pot is from West Bend Pottery, and I liked it. It's very 1950s, very mid-century, but I see a lot of those on Etsy, so I didn't buy it. Oh my gosh, I love this bank. Isn't that so cute? But look at all the chips on the side. It was from Japan too. I almost cried when I had to put that back. How many of you had one of those cassette tape holders when you were growing up? Those toll painted figures are pretty cute. Any WSU fans whose address is that exact same address? Now I loved this wooden piece, but however, I believe it was fairly personalized. I think it had someone's name on it, so I didn't pick it up and I wasn't quite sure how I would ship it. Now what you see here are some blankets that I picked up. Aren't those cute? This English tin is in my shop. It's all cleaned up and ready to go. There's some good bakers there that are fairly popular, and you see quite a bit. I love that Bless This House pot. This, look at it, has that crack right there. Shoot. We're on to the next shop here. I didn't find a whole lot at this store. There were just a lot of hard goods that seemed fairly new. I picked up these candles briefly. Those looked fairly 1950s perhaps, but I just didn't know a lot about it, so I went ahead and put those back. Probably should have grabbed those though. Now look at this little piggy on the shelf. I did bring home with me. I think perhaps it's McCoy, but maybe some of you experts in the group can let me know if I'm accurate or not. This angel was just so cute. It's made by Russberry and Company. But I don't do very well with just figurines. People tend to buy things that have a use. Oh, look at this Knit Magic toy. Can you believe that? Didn't have all the pieces in it though. I was a bit overwhelmed by this toy area. My OCD was going a little crazy. I stayed for about a minute and then I had to leave. I'm sure there was a ton of different dolls that were vintage and stuffed animals, but I just couldn't handle it anymore. On to the kitchen section. So these thermoses I can't keep in stock because they just fly off my shelf. I actually had already sold that blue one and I probably should have picked them all up, but I did end up just buying one. Now check out this gorgeous Whittier pottery piece. They had it for $16 at a thrift store. It's from California, but it had so many chips in it, I had to put it back. I see these pots all the time. They're very mid-century looking, but they're very, very popular. They're out there just about everywhere you see at thrift stores. I liked this 90s teapot. However, I have some teapots already in the shop and I don't sell them very quickly. Oh, that was gorgeous, but it just had too many chips. Hello, figurines for days. Well, hello, kitty cat. Aren't you cute? I really liked this plastic Mickey Mouse bank, but I had literally just bought a Mickey and Minnie at a previous store that I couldn't show you. You'll see that in the end. Now these floral bowls here remind me of some Japanese bowls that my husband and I received for our wedding. But guess what? They were made in China, so I think they are remakes. This was a pretty sad haul from this shop, but wait, there's more. The Humane Society thrift store was one of my favorites. I couldn't film a whole lot in here because there was only one worker and a few people shopping, and I just felt like it was really awkward to walk around with my camera, so I just did a little bit of it, but I ended up with this Sylvester food bowl. I couldn't find this exact one online, and I think he'll clean up nicely. Other things that I got at the Humane Society thrift store were those two cookbooks. Aren't those cool? And these fabric panels for Christmas, I do really well with those in my shop. Look, there's Santa. There is the Mickey and Minnie banks that I found. I also got these bunny tins. There's the Corning craft. Check out that Raggedy Ann and Andy. Those are banks. I love that Hawaiian wall art and that baseball tin. My son plays baseball, so I'm a little partial to baseball items. So that's some of my haul. Thanks for watching.